Alright, let's launch free to play, guys. I'm ready to chill and watch a little bit of movie today. Keep it chill stream today, and tomorrow we go ham again. Alright, let's see. Watching free to play. Okay, I gotta close my curtains, guys. Cinema Classic. This is kind of hype for TI too, because we're having TI in Germany again. All I know is the Germans all play GeoGuessr now. Valve film. See, that's how you know it's good. They call it a film, guys. I wonder if someone in chat. Someone in chat was here, right? Look, maybe.
For the winner, $1 million for winning Dota. It's going to be huge. Dota2.com. The tournament tab is up to. Our website will actually change for the next 24 hours as well. So you guys can actually read all the details.
The day I transformed into an adult was the day I started playing Dota. It's times like when you go out on the stage, you represent your country for something. You get the prize.
Like that.
It's the amount of
Sweden team
satisfaction and achievement that nothing else can give you. It's something I definitely not regret ever doing. Gaming is simply the proudest thing in my life.
It can be called gamer, but for me, it's something different.
Esports athlete.
One way to forget about pain is to do something that you will be in completely. So,
Aware.
computer games, for me, it was everything.
This is my career. I've chose to do it for so long. Success, in my eyes, is always based off on how other people see you. In the eyes of the public, and it's up to them.
It's important to be doing things that you
mindset.
love and you really appreciate, because that's your passion, man. You should really work for your passions. Yeah.
Okay, guys, you have 7 minutes to set everything up, and then we go.
This is the first time I really wanted to take something seriously and do something good for my life.
That's a thick mouse right there. A lot of faces right now. I don't think a single one of the pro players back then still are pros, right? Not that I know, at
10
least.
years ago, competitive gaming wasn't even really a thing.
Cinderella.
You would play for fun against your friends. Maybe you'd play for a cup of coffee or whatever you wanted.
When I started playing, we've been fighting for 24 bottles of beer as the first place. I'm not joking.
Puppy.
From
Oh
there,
yeah,
though,
Puppy. True, guys.
online
Puppy.
And
is one.
all of a sudden,
That's right.
you weren't just trying to be the best on your block.
Fucking
Now
only
you're trying to
Puppy
be the
remains.
best in the world.
And maybe
that
Kuro a
opened
little
up
bit.
competitive gaming to a whole new
His
landscape.
coach.
And one of the games really leading
That's
the
crazy.
way
Puppy's
is
still
Dota.
around. Guys, I'm curious. Have you guys seen this one, guys?
Of football or soccer for the
Press 1 if you've seen it.
Chess.
Press 2 if you haven't.
This is
Press 3 if you've
probably
seen it
how
and you
I
don't
would
remember
try
it.
to
Because I'm
explain
3.
Dota
I don't
to
remember
someone
shit.
Who's not familiar with it. At least that's what I did to my parents.
1, 2, or 3. I don't remember shit, so I'm a 3 right now. Like, I don't know when I saw it like 10 years ago, bro.
Players try and battle against the other 5 players.
A lot of 2s though. That's cool.
Every single player controls one unit, and the main objective of the game is to destroy the final enemy building, which is called the Ancient.
4? What the hell is 4, bro?
Everything else that happens in the meantime is your amazing filler of the game.
You could play 100 heroes in conjunction with 99 other heroes. It's just non-stop possibilities, and it's so much fun. And you know, it's,
Real
it's
NBA
like the same map
superstar.
every single time, but it literally never gets boring.
Oh,
I would
there's
say
plenty of
Dota's
people
the
getting
way of
bored.
life.
When the prizes started coming, I was like, oh, well, we have like tournaments, so obviously some people is gonna come and say like, well, this is a great game, let's play it, like, let's put money in it. And it started progressing each year.
Gorgc on the far right.
Those at the top level, they just do like lots of calculations in their head. Something like a beautiful mind, where you see like all kinds of things, and using all this information, make your next
It'd
move.
be so funny if they cut to him playing Undying and just pressing Q, Q, Q.
I see it in a lot of
Decaying.
ways similar to
No
basketball.
calculations.
Just like a 5-on-5 game where you kind of have to work together and utilize each other's strengths and synergizing everything together. The teamwork and the trust and the sacrifice, those are all true for every single
Bristleback
team
is a
sport.
complicated hero, guys. Shut up.
Dota
It's
is a game
not
that unites
not
everyone.
a shot.
It doesn't matter what country you're from, what race you are. It's kind of like a bond that is shared. And when you're part of this
Lacoste.
tight-knit group of people, it's like having a second family. That's something you never let go.
Everyone's searching for something. Fulfillment, fame, satisfaction. It gives you the ability to become someone else. Someone who is powerful, who can take down 5 opponents, express their creativity, break
The original
the rules
Tokyo Ghoul.
without actually getting arrested. All of these reasons are in there somewhere. The player himself might not even know. He might not even understand it himself. But it's there.
What was Syndren's demonic posture, by the way? I just have to see. That was a gamer posture right there.
Gaming fulfills my competitive need. I'm a very competitive person. When it comes to sports, I consider gaming a sport, so I use my
That's right.
competitiveness and I fuel it with Dota. So that it fulfills that side of me completely.
Fer's one of the best in America, if not the best. He has a lot of experience. He's one of the old hogs, basically. And he's generally just a calm
How is
guy.
that possible?
So, in
I
my
still don't
opinion,
get
that's a
it.
strength.
How was he old back then?
Really good basketball player. I remember my coach was watching him play and just talk about picking him up the next year when he came in. Always had nothing but good things to say, but he wasn't picked on the team. Just the reason was, yeah, he just wasn't tall enough, I guess. So I know that, yeah, he found the game, he got really devoted in that and stuff, and just found something else that worked.
I was your typical parent. Clinton, you're spending too much time playing computer games. You need to go to school. You need to go to college.
Classic.
And he would tell me, I
No,
want
Mom.
to be able
I'm
to
an
play
esports
games
athlete.
and get paid for it. Now, he said
Wait, he
this
knew
at
already
a
back
very
then?
young age before Dota ever came along. And I thought, well, you know, he's going
Oh,
to grow out of it.
classic
He's going to
game.
get sick and tired of sitting there in front of that computer and playing. Never did. Never did.
Dude, were there even money in games back then? How did he say that as a kid? I don't think there were any money. Nobody was making money. Maybe a keyboard every now and then.
In
If
Singapore,
I knew there was money in the
families
games
actually
back
put a lot
then,
of
bro.
stress on us in terms of our education. I would say it's been tough on me trying to juggle both studies and gaming at the same time. My grades have dropped for like 2 years already, and my parents have treated the gaming as a cause for it. I mean, there was this phrase that they used. Said gaming would be the death of you one day.
Jesus. Light parenting right there,
He's
huh?
a great player and a great captain. I would say he's the top player in Singapore. Yeah, easily.
My parents and my family, they don't actually speak much of my gaming career. They don't tell their friends and my other relatives that I'm actually that good at my games. All along, they have only been bragging about my studies, because last time I used to be an A student. And I go on, and it seemed like that was the only thing that they could ever be proud of. Actually, there was only been one
Goddamn.
person that has always been very
Poor
supportive
life, huh?
of me gaming, and that was my ex-girlfriend, Hua Yan. She's from the female Dota team in Singapore. There are a lot of things that we share in life, so many things. In my case, it felt really good, to have someone
I don't think
who
we have any
truly
female teams
appreciated
anymore,
what you
almost,
did
right?
best
Not a
and
lot.
loved you for it. She's aware of what I'm doing and what I'm passionate about. The breakup was her decision, and I respected it. We've been together for close to 3 years, and ever since the breakup, I haven't gotten over it. I recall the last time she spoke to me, she named me as a bastard, so... well, you're not in contact anymore, yeah, but life goes on, yeah.
Jesus, hitting heavy here, bro.
I'm from Ukraine. My nickname is Lendy. I finished my university and
My
I'm
man.
just playing computer games right now.
Он занимался музыкой, он играл на фортепиано. Он занимался танцами. В школе мы ставили музыкальные сказки, где он исполнял главные
He was a
роли.
performer.
Зрители всегда
That makes sense, though.
восхищались его артистичностью.
Hey, look at young Dendi there.
Детская группа выступала, Данила очень выделялся.
When we were growing up, it wasn't a good time financially for our family. But my grandma helped us to get our first computer in 1997, early, comparing with other kids in Ukraine. We got visitors every day. The friends of my older brother used to come to visit us, and we were playing games.
And Daniil, every time, look what we do. Every time we try to push him away, but he come back and look again.
Это было все в большей степени, чем у моих детей.
During all his conscious life, we were trying to stop him from playing. We were hiding our computer cord everywhere in our apartment, but he always found it.
Мне всегда хотелось его
Then
больше
the man was
понять.
dedicated.
Даже его вот то увлечение мне хотелось больше понять, и были на то причины. Я не буду о них сейчас говорить. Но думаю, где-то в душе он, наверное, немножко жалеет, что он...
She stopped preventing him from playing Dota. She gave Dandy the freedom to choose what is the best for him in his life.
That's right. That's how dark it's supposed to be, right there.
Tournaments back then were like really low prizes, and a lot of prize money didn't even get to the players. There's been a lot of scams with managers and stuff like that. There were like some rumors that it's gonna be like $50,000 first place, and everyone was going like, nah, it's not gonna be like that.
Nah.
Watch the forums go nuts, guys.
Lacoste
Watch the
before is
forums
no
go
cap.
nuts. It is actually confirmed. It is off the frickin' hook. $1.6 million prize pool. That is for the winner. $1 million for winning Dota.
Oh my god.
Dota, the game I played for 5 years now, which I played for fun, for some food money or whatever, you know. Okay, it's actually getting big.
It's the largest prize pool of
My
any
misery.
gaming competition to date. It just felt like the start of something big, like a revolution.
You know, we had everything.
Back
needed
then,
for the
1.6
game to
million,
become
like,
big,
come on.
respected as an esport.
It would kind of like vindicate us.
They are esports athletes. Come on, get real, boys.
Addicted. There's a goal, a motive that we can actually reach out and grab if we are good enough.
Beijing. That looks nice though. I would want to eat there. I bet they have the best food.
Over in Asia, professional gamers are treated like rock stars.
Okay,
It's
they
a
were already ahead of the
viable
timer.
Career opportunity.
They actually live in gamer houses, so it's set up to be a thing all year long. I think
those
their
don't
approach
really
to
exist so
practice
much
is that
anymore.
it's like a day job.
The fan base is immense. It probably is as big as the whole Western audience together, or even more than that.
So now you really have to play good. You really have to try hard.
No way anymore,
First
though.
place, it's go big or go home. The big teams get
Jesus,
big money,
what? It was 1
but
million
the
first,
9th to
250
16th
second?
place
I actually
earn
didn't even know
nothing,
that.
And their salaries
That's
are
crazy.
not worth considering. While in
Zero?
sports, you have a salary that you can live off.
With pro gaming, I
Valve.
think that's one of the toughest parts is living game to game. It's like living paycheck to paycheck. Like, I have to win.
Prime
if I
China.
don't win, I don't get paid. That's a tough living for anybody. It doesn't
Ninth
matter
is
what you're
0,
doing.
bro. Jesus.
When your child wants to become a professional gamer, you don't have any history to look back on, like other sports. I don't know anybody who's made a living at gaming. So it's kind of a scary thing when you see your kid putting their whole life into gaming and not college and not the traditional things. What if nothing comes of it?
Regarding the age, I think yes, like 25, 26 years, it's absolutely maximum for esports.
What?
Because 27, 28, 29, 30, your reaction time is lowering
It's
and you
fake
can
news.
click so much, you know. As
I'm
kids do.
31. What is he talking about?
A lot of financial
No way, dude.
responsibilities
Shut
are
up,
laid
dude.
upon me right now, require me to be
This guy's
successful
fucking trying to
in
piss me off.
something or have a job. So It's pretty critical that I am successful if I want to continue like the gaming career.
He's an A-star student, you know. Because of this gaming, it pull him right now. It's very sad for me. So here, the bad one is the auntie. Auntie is the one that always come here and neck. Yeah. Am I right?
It's tough being a gamer.
Huh? Sorry? Am I right?
It's tough being a gamer.
HY, multi-millionaire. For gaming.
They're laughing at him. I have to look up HY Wikipedia. Let's see how we
You
do.
are not.
And it's Jesus, that was harsh.
What is your view? What is your plan? That
Is it HY or
We
HYHY?
speak ourselves. We speak our frank opinion. It's
Okay,
your
I mean-
choice. What do you want?
I mean, it looks like he was one of the 9th place guys. 37k. That
If
stings
I'm
a
gonna win
bit.
this tournament, my first thought would be, I will call my ex-girlfriend.
His aunt was right.
Things got a bit bad between us, but right now for me is, if I'm gonna win this tournament, my first thought would be that I would call her, I'll tell her about it, and I'll want to share this moment with her. Yeah.
This tournament is going to be a moment in every gamer's life.
Ooh,
Everything
good.
that you've been doing
I like this
is
guy.
building up and is going to happen over 1 week. And then it's not 1 week anymore.
This guy was
it's
also
one
big
game.
at, like, he won
And
a
then
lot of
it's not
tournaments
that
in
one
Quake
game,
and
it's
stuff.
that one moment in the game. And then that one moment in the game is where it's going to finish. And how's it going to finish? Are you going to be holding up a trophy? Or are you going to be the most disappointed that you've ever been?
It's Tuesday, so one day before the
That
event.
church is, like,
we
crazy,
already
right?
have a lot of setup. We have a lot of computer setup right here. Whole booth construction pretty much finished.
Zimmerman.
So 5 players per side. They can see each other through the glass. They can't hear each other.
Dude,
This
I
booth
like this, though.
It's soundproofed
And you can
up.
see it.
Plus, the whole setup here, if you look from above, looks exactly
They need to bring this
like
back,
a Dota
dude.
map. And this is the mid. This is where it all happens.
A few teams have already arrived this morning. We had a lot of teams from Singapore, we had China, we had Malaysia coming in, and Russia. And tomorrow it's finally happening.
We are here live at Gamescom 2011 in beautiful Cologne.
It's the first day of the event. We've got some of the world's best teams here in Dota.
And they're handing out a tournament prize of $1.6 million.
Athene and
It is
Swifty.
massive here. A tournament of $1.6 million. That's the future of gaming. This is awesome.
That was peak Athene back then. Like I forgot about Athene.
It's the first time we're going to see teams of this caliber assembled in one location.
These guys are not just nameless faces. They're the best in the world.
The bunch of teams we have here, there's a few teams that have individual skill that's unbelievable. And then there's a big group of other teams that have good individual skill, not top-notch, but who win through good strategy and team play. Fear is a great player, for example, but he is not comparable
Damn,
to good
so
players
few
in
people
Asia.
play Dota back then,
and that's
though.
nothing against Fear, because he's still an
Like, Fear is
excellent
noob.
player, but he's not them.
He's not in. Man, it's Indra and laying into Fear. Oh, intro. Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un.
Over in Asia, they take gaming so much more seriously. Just to give you an example, the Korean football team were playing in the World Cup. To motivate the Korean football team to play
swear I
better,
heard Un, bro.
they brought in StarCraft, Brood War professional gamers into
Monka.
the locker room before they went out so that they got to meet what were their heroes.
In China, Dota is to the people there what StarCraft
Bring in
is to
Faker
Korea.
in the Dota land.
It's televised. The girls like their boyfriends to be
Zhao
Dota
Wei.
players. After a game, when they're walking around,
the
you can
fuck?
see fans
Where's
running
this
up to
shit
them,
now?
asking them to sign on their shirts.
So we went like
It's like a-
forwards in some aspects esports now, but when they're backwards, bro, nobody wants a Dota player now. Oh, sorry.
It's like a real sport.
The third time I was in China, I was playing
What's
with
the
fans
Dota Riz,
for
bro?
2 days. They made a video with me, filming me walking in some mountains, and I had to say some sentences and stuff. On the other side of the world. And I was like, yeah, in Dota there's always a new mountain to climb, stuff like this, you know. And I walked up and down and these stairs and started running and lifting some weights, and just to compare this with Dota, like some
They're just like making fun of the white guy.
电子竞技，它在中国，它就是一个被国家体育总局承认的体育项目，它跟羽毛球、乒乓球、象棋一样，只不过它是一个非奥项目。
I will say that China teams are all great. Every player in the team is strong. You don't recognize China players as a player, just recognize them as a whole team. You just fear the whole team.
The Chinese teams that have come to this competition are scaring the shit out of everyone else.
Jesus. E-home. Tai Lu.
Two of the top Chinese teams in our group.
Online Kingdom is not regarded as one of the favorites.
Whoa, look at that image right there. Theban, Universe, Pycat, Fear, Lacoste. I don't know. That's not Bone 7. No, it's not Bones. I don't know the other three.
When it, in fact, are considered bottom 4 or just bottom 8 for sure.
This is our first time on LAN together. The team together has only been around for around 4 to 5 months, so it's a relatively new team. And Pycat, our newest addition, playing carry for us, he's only been on the team for 3 weeks now, actually.
Yeah.
We're really nervous going against the Chinese team, especially the top Chinese teams.
Sweden Pride,
There's going to be players
Pycat.
that choke handling this kind of pressure at such a young age.
1437, like this is the first time he's like ever been on LAN. It's not easy. Like this is $1 million tournament, first time he's been on LAN.
This stage, this prize money, this prestige, this is real competition.
We tried to keep our cool together and we just played our game.
Virus. Is there a sex fucking mad here or something? Come with me. Oh, that's who it was. Like an anthem.
We were super hyped.
And
Everyone
look how
was
close they are.
surprised they were doing so good, even we couldn't believe it.
Online Kingdom dominating right now.
Bombs like tier 3 sub, thank you. Thank you.
After the match against Tai Lu, everyone was very excited, you know. We just beat one of the teams that were actually favored to win the competition, so everyone's like spirits were like, oh, we may be able to actually do this, you know.
Beating the Chinese teams, some people just, you know, for fun, they started, okay, hey, it's okay, Nirvana entered the China Slayers.
China Slayers is a
A few
legendary
little bit
title.
surprises that we had yesterday, quite a few upsets. OK Nirvana International managing to beat 2 Chinese teams in a row, beating out Taidu and OK Nirvana CN. They're currently on roll now, and Chinese teams are not unbeatable. But on the other hand, eHome are just proving that they have been the strongest out of the 4 Chinese teams, having a clean 3-0 record. They are the favorites to win the whole tournament. So they come in with a confidence that they've won 7 championships already. It's always
Nico,
a little bit
that's tier
national
2 sub,
pride
there
at
you go.
stake. So of course they want to prove that Chinese Dota is still a little bit above the rest.
Monka.
eHome is one
Look at
of
those
the
outfits.
oldest Chinese Dota organizations. They've always been at the top of competitive gaming, most memorable during ESWC 2010.
Before ESWC 2010, I thought,
This
like,
is Dota
okay,
1.
the Chinese, they're probably pretty good, but like, how good can they be? And then we played eHome, who won the tournament without losing a single match. Like, they just crushed everything.
eHome finished the year as the best
Top
team in
gamer
history of
2010.
Dota.
They were just on a totally different level. Like, they had their manager sitting behind them. He was making their calls. He was running around with this little black book. And they were the first team I heard of who did that.
The eHome manager copying down the draft, doing the prep work. He was their coach. There was a great interview that was done, and it lined up all the top European captains who attended, and the topic was eHome.
If you want to have it be good, you don't need to invite Chinese teams because they're too strong.
So eHome won. What do you think of the Chinese guys?
I never felt
just outplayed in my entire life. It's unbelievable how good they are. Like their timing, their discipline.
They're really in control of the game, the whole game, and they keep this control all the time. This is really crazy to see, actually.
Prime China right there.
是因为我们在任何国际赛场的时候，所有的国外战队的经理和队员看到我们的时候，全体都会大声的喊“一吼”。你知道那是一个多么壮观的场面。
Where's Ehome now, bro?
这是一个故事，是一个风俗，就是当大家看到Ehome的时候，他们就自然而然的认为王者要入场了。
Ehome went home. They haven't had a team since 2023.
During this trip to the international, it's actually the same period as my.
But they were around for 13 years, though. That's quite a long time.
Sacrifice that I have to make for the team and for myself, and I find that when it comes to pursuing your passions, it's really up to you to decide if it's worth the sacrifice.
When they're having exam, they not allow him to leave the school. So I told him already, I said, mind yourself.
Setting out a career in gaming is risky. It's very risky. Because the examinations actually clash with the competition, and missing the exams without a proper explanation, the school didn't recognize the Dota competition as a valid reason.
Damn.
It's kind of breaking school rules.
The school is very determined to stop him from pursuing his chance of going for this contest. So
the pressure's on now.
This has created a big stress for the family.
Give this mother very headache, you know.
Aiyo.
It's quite difficult for us to pull him out right now, I think. You know, he's so adamant
Dude,
about it. So that's why when
he has too much pressure on him, dude.
I said, then how about your school exam? What are you going to do?
I think my mother, she was kind of at her limits, telling me about how much gaming has been weighing me down. That was really the talk where I really opened my heart and I shared with her my passion for the game and how much I believe that my team actually has the potential to win, to be the best in the world. So we are stopping at nothing less than first. This is how I try to put it across to my mom. By giving up so much to come here, I have absolute confidence in my team that we will win.
All right, the draft is underway. Ehome, they will select
there
up
is
their
an
heroes.
Ehome too.
Sides will start selecting theirs. Looking now at both the teams, it looks like Ehome, they're fairly relaxed, while Scythe, you know they're eager. They're all gathering around HY to pick.
If you have a losing draft, you will lose the game. This is what I think of Dota. So it's really a lot on drafting.
Drafting is where two captains will select what they want to play with, what heroes are selected and what heroes are taken out. You can select 5 heroes out of a pool of over 100, and you can also remove 4 of those heroes. So 4 heroes you think your opponent will want to use.
You only have 4 bans, that's it?
Before any game, any match, we will decide our ban picks according to which team we are fighting. Usually we would come up with a very impromptu strategy to try and fight their threat. Yeah, you really have to spend a lot of time thinking of the draft. The draft
I guess there were way fewer heroes, to be fair.
Ehome, they're a team with so much experience. They already know the way they want to roll this one out. The only thing that's really going to make
Look at Beastmaster's face. Why does his face look like that, dude? Everybody else kind of looks the same. Look.
A break it for him as if they can get their execution right.
In that particular matchup, we felt that we needed something
Looks
that
so mad. Ultra mad, the Beastmaster.
And Tiny looks to be the last pick up here from Scythe. Bit of an interesting pick up there by Scythe. It's going to start to change around their lanes completely now.
With Tiny, it is good as a surprise strat. If another team doesn't realize where he fits into the whole lineup, then you can really throw the opposition off balance.
He's moving away, but no, HY, he'll just turn around and just pop Selena. I want to point out right now that
Tiny combo gone in Dota 2, guys. You can't do that anymore.
It's just Scythe playing an amazing game.
When you have such a huge audience and you know that everyone is at home watching the game, they have their hopes pinned on you, and I feel
Did they stream this on like Twitch or something? What did they stream this on? I have no idea.
And they should be able to
At
clean
home?
up
Where?
right now. Tiny
I don't remember seeing this.
He's going to launch, and he definitely gets the kill. We've got 3-5-7 getting nailed
Pedrotama is the third guy. Was it on On 3? Really? I don't remember it.
This is GG.
Justin TV?
They're going to disconnect.
Yeah, probably on Justin, but still, I don't remember seeing it there.
Finalists, Scythe will advance. Ehome
Scythe beat Ehome.
into the losers bracket, and Scythe will now finish up.
He
this
was
game.
right. Aunt was wrong.
Yeah, the 1 million is... Yeah, 1 million.
Stop thinking about winning. He hadn't heard the karaoke words yet.
It's gonna make my time playing this game all with
No, dude. Bad mind guys never think like this. You can't think like that, bro. It's gonna fuck with you.
Do me any good.
Yeah. When did you start smoking?
Yesterday.
2 years back. 2 years back. Bad move.
That seems to coincide with when you and your ex.
That's right. Stop thinking about winning. You gotta brainwash yourself to enjoy it, the moment, you know? You have to. At least that's what we learned watching all these suicides and stuff.
Feels like she's moved on already.
I was thinking about his girlfriend too, bro. This guy has too much shit going on.
Something we shared. Yeah, but right now it's like...
Focus. Yo, box slammer, this is 16 months.
I think she's following this event, but probably this event is big. I hope I will get the main phone call. Yeah.
If he wins, he can win her back, he's thinking?
Something I'm proud of to tell her about. Finally.
Jesus, bro. And it's hard to watch, man. Ducks.
When you played the Russians and the Ukrainians, they were just the unpredictable teams. I had no idea what the Russians were thinking. That was their best weapon.
Well, we're having fun. We trying
That's
to
a mindset right there.
We're trying to scare our opponent. Mind games, mind games. I turn off my brain in the way of being scary of someone.
One of the things I really admire about him is how he hasn't really had an easy life. But he's always so upbeat. He's always so cheerful.
When he first came on the Dota scene, he looked like a 12-year-old boy. Everyone was just like, who is this kid? There's no way you could take this guy seriously. And then he would destroy you in games.
Как-то я видела, показали даже где-то в интернете, как он работает с клавиатурой. И это действительно завораживает.
That is some crazy piano playing too.
Я думаю, что Данилу, может быть, и где-то пригодилась его игра на фортепиано, потому что руки у него совершенно потрясающие.
He can make really good moves. His moves, I think, are unique, and they might win you the game. But he wants to rely completely on skill. He wants like an enemy against him, and he wants to kill him through skill, nothing more. He wants to win the game. His disadvantage is that he doesn't have patience. He wants to make those moves.
He can get a little bit too silly in games. He will try new and different things. He will overextend in team fights because he believes he can get the kill.
And his impatience can go too far, and he might lose the game for us.
Parker is the new dandy.
Oh, Fury, he's going to go in. This should be the first blood. They got the sprout on Sanjing as well. There's probably going to be a double. Denny's ulti. It hits.
Damn, look, dude, that is fucking
He cannot
AA.
This is Dandy through and through. Starts with a hex, goes to cold snap. He locks him in place. Weaver really close to death. Manages to time lapse back out again. Dandy will TP back to safety.
Knight falling out
So
in there
GG
without the
being
beat.
called by IG Navi.
Hadn't been invented yet.
They will take the game. Our winners bracket finalists are going to be Navi versus Scythe.
Most teams that you see that have the most fan bases are full nationality. Our team is all spread out across the world.
He does have it a little harder than us because he doesn't really have this human support that we do.
Human? Teammates animals? What's going on? Cows.
Well, the hardest thing I had to really deal with in my life is just trying to convince my family about my gaming career. It's really difficult, especially when you start out slow, but you know there's a future for something and you put a lot of time in and they keep telling you, like, you should probably get a real job.
Classic.
Well, I was born in the Los Angeles district in Lancaster, California. I lived there with my dad and my mom. Around 2 years old, my dad left my mom. He didn't really say anything. He just packed up and left.
Dude, how could someone just leave without saying anything?
While going to law school at the same time.
Where do they go?
It wasn't real easy as far as just got out of law school, didn't have a
That's
job,
crazy,
had huge student loans to pay back. This job came up, and so we moved here on our own. So I've been raising them by myself ever since.
I guess so.
So this
Or just a pack of milk?
is a photo album that I made for Clinton for as he was growing up. I put pictures in it as we went along. My sons were both really active into sports, and they wanted to do a lot, so I had to limit them. They could choose 2 per season. That was maximum for me, being able to get them to practice and go watch their games. And that was tough. And Clinton sitting on Santa's lap,
Actual
Brother
athlete.
Santa.
My brother is more angry at my father for leaving than I am. He thinks about him, he gets upset. Compared to me, I just block him out and, pretend it doesn't exist.
Clinton already starting video games here.
He was sitting at his house, playing Dota, doing it competitively, had a sponsor team and everything like that. But I think that's when it probably started getting on his mom's nerves.
I have a crazy sleeping schedule. I'm on a European team, so sometimes I have to stay up at pretty ridiculous hours or wake up at ridiculous hours. So the standard day for me is not so standard.
All the nights he'd be up and stuff, the dog would be up too with him, and that would keep her awake most of the nights, and this is kind of where the tension got pretty high.
This went on for years, and it came to the point where I just told him, I said, you know what, you just need to go somewhere else.
Whoa.
So I got kicked out of my house because of my gaming career, basically.
Yeah, that's harsh.
When Clinton first moved in here, he
had like a
looking for
sponsor and
desk,
everything too already, right?
There wasn't anything in the room, and I have a lot of stuff that we're getting ready to take to the dump. And Clinton went out there, and he came back in with this green desk, and he goes, "This is perfect."
So I didn't have a monitor, so I went to my
That
friend and
looks
he had
so
a
scuffed,
spare
that desk.
CRT monitor, so I got that. And then obviously I have 2 books here to punch that up so I can actually see the monitor, so it's kind of a ghetto setup. Even when I go to
I was about to say
competitions, I was like, I don't think I play any differently on the nice setups compared to this one.
Clinton's like the Rocky Balboa of Dota. He's definitely one of the first big US players, and honestly, I didn't even know he was that big.
In the North American scene, there weren't many good American players known back then. Everybody respected Fear.
Damn, all that respect and that green table.
Game. They moved on, stuff like that, but I stuck with it, so I ended up being like one of the oldest players.
With all of his years of experience and all of his constant commitment to the game, he's really shown that he doesn't give up.
Growing up without my father, I think in the end,
Yeah, so he's 37 now, so I guess he was like...
me, the guy side and having a father to help
He was like
you up. I think that
23,
has
guys,
actually
relax.
probably made me like the person who I am today. I just make sure everything's running smoothly on the team. I kind of play like the father figure, I guess.
As a captain, I guess he felt he had that responsibility as well. And he was like pretty much my mentor. He did tell me one time, like, if you need someone to talk to, he'd be here. So I kind of see him as a Dota brother.
I've never had an ego like thinking I'm better than anyone else. I'm always there willing to help people who are new to the scene. And that's always been kind of my role in the game. I'm just helping players get up for the most part.
That's crazy though.
Fear actually broke me into the scene, It's very hard to get yourself out there. I mean, back then I was kind of like a fanboy of him, watching his games and whatnot, and he gave me a shot to play at a high level.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Fear. I can guarantee you that.
Going into the match, we were all thinking MEFC didn't do so well earlier, but
if we lost that game, we wouldn't win anything, so it was a high-risk game.
36 minutes in, almost a 7,000 gold advantage in favor of MUFC.
Towards the end of the game,
Muffs.
we made a couple mistakes that put 2 heroes on the sideline for us, and they had all 5 still up and decided that they were going to go for a throne.
That was better.
We were really close to losing our throne. It's below 20% HP.
And Online Kingdom, they are so close to the point of getting eliminated from this tournament.
We just needed to do something.
Who clutched?
I ran in first, and then they all went on me instead of focusing on the throne, which was good.
Again by Silver Cross Fear. He's trying to retreat. He turns into a pig. How the hell is he still alive? They push MUFC back.
We made this huge comeback where we killed all of the heroes, you know, started pushing.
Silver Cross is down. Morphling, he's out of this. The top racks will go. There is no way now that MUFC can come back, but it will be Online Kingdom eliminating MUFC. What an incredible...
Oh, this was an elimination. Was it a best of 1? They used to have those at TI, so.
Impossible. I've never seen anything like that. And stay tuned. We'll be back here for more exciting gameplay coming up.
Secure 7th place. Damn, that's in the money now. Not $0, guys. Born.
This is Skiche. We are 2008 ESWC winners. One of best Asian teams, but we don't afraid them. We're gonna fight them. I don't know about my teammates, but I don't feel scary at all.
Yo, what's up, Gorgc?
I feel like I want to crush my enemy. That's how I feel.
Prime Dandy, watch out, brother. Doing chilling today.
Welcome to the winners bracket final, where Scythe goes up against Na'Vi. The winner gets a slot in the grand final.
The crowds were all cheering for them, and their draft was very scary. We were like caught off by surprise, but we were like, we gotta win this, man. We gotta win this and show them who's boss.
The Scythe have managed to take all the best players from Singapore and put them in their lineup. You know, Na'Vi, they look cool, calm, and collective. They know exactly what they've got to do. It all comes down to gameplay right now. And I gotta say, like, Na'Vi's lineup, it is not unbeatable. So now they're gonna look.
Dude, I hope they bring back these boots for this TI line. It'll be fun.
Now bottom lane held in place. Ben's done. No,
Yeah, so the nostalgia.
Line of heaven. He's helping out, but Denny gets the last hit. Na'Vi and
Dendy
dominating
AA
this
again.
final. Now
He's ahead of his time. 0 cents, thank you.
They're gonna go in for the GG, and GG is the call from H-White.
Oh, what a toxic lineup. Viper, AA. What is this lineup? Viper, carry, AA, mid.
Na'Vi are into the grand finals, and
Morana offlane. What is that? Is not looking like a scary draft, but this looks toxic.
We just lost
Mid
our
AA,
confidence
carry
match
Viper.
against Na'Vi. It was actually quite a blow to us. And the game was really the turning point for me.
Oh shit.
Because I actually learned that in life, you can only trust yourself actually. Not in the sense that you can't trust people, but yeah, like I said, the ones who will never let you down is yourself.
Oh, was it Enigma jungle even back then? That's crazy.
Within the gaming world, I'd like to be the first place. You know, it's like I'm following in behind my mother's footsteps, basically. She worked really hard to get where she is. And I kind of want to be the same way. I want to work hard for whatever I do. For me, I mean, I've never really had a dad, so if I had any questions about anything, the person that I was most comfortable talking to was my mom. She definitely had the most influence on my life.
But she kicked them out, Sedge.
When she comes home from work, she's always, you know, anxious to bring up the subject, how she, you know, won a big case. And I'm always proud of her when she wins these big cases, because I know it means a lot to her. I mean, in the back of my head, I'm always like, if I do well and if I win this tournament, you know, I'll finally be able to prove, like, I'm getting something out of this.
That's a nice horse, isn't it?
And whoever wins this match will be facing up against Ehome,
Elam
but whoever
again?
will lose it
There you go.
is going to be eliminated already. Like Ehome, they're looking really strong.
We had the stronger lane in here. It's the better team fight. Just
Okay.
all we had to do was just control the pushes.
Kingdom, they're split! The stun on Xander, they'll splash as well. They're going to claim a windrunner, will they? Yes, they do. It's 2-0 for Online Kingdom. Moscow 5, Not the start they wanted, but Online Kingdom having a...
We were so close to winning until some few mistakes that occurred in the late game.
They might go now. There's 4 heroes.
Oh, gee, there, that got me.
The timing is wrong. It looks a little...
There's communication problems because we're an international team, so I think full nationality teams have an advantage over most teams.
Almost there. Big try.
Oh no, they didn't speak American.
He shackles and Lacoste is in. He cast his ulti as well.
And it just fell apart from there.
They just slowly beat us down. Eventually, they just broke our base and took every single one of our axes.
Right place. This is really hurting Online Kingdom. They've lost 3. Enigma pops. The team is wiped for Online Kingdom. The base will be taken, and Moscow 5 will now play eHome and advance in the tournament. Now, Online Kingdom, they are out. So
Top
much
6,
promise.
right?
It didn't happen in the end for Fear and the rest of
No,
Online
7th,
Kingdom, and it will be Moscow 5 that will advance.
I think everybody on the team was very emotional. I could only imagine how he was feeling.
Some people take it more personally and they give everything to win.
It was very satisfying knowing that we reached that top 8, but he had better expectations for our team and we'd come a long way, and it's all thanks to Fear.
Don't go as far as you thought you were gonna be.
The Fear took that hard.
I guess you end up in tears or something.
All of us are really disappointed, but I guess that's just how it goes. When I get back home, I need to make a big decision in my life, like just the benefits of playing Dota professionally, how much I can make from it, and how much time I really need to put in it to be 100%. So the only way I would ever do that is if I move in with my teammates and have like a training house with them, so I know for sure we're all dedicated.
China way.
They think things happen for a reason, and when things happen, you just do your best and continue going forward with it. I mean, deep down inside, I know this career is gonna work out for me in the end.
Okay.
冠军的争夺者，而我们中国战队呢，我也是非常的希望，也相信能从我们的败者组杀回来。目前来看的话，很可能前3强将会是由 Navi、Cypher 以及我们中国这样的一支。我个人是希望是eHome。
那么感性上来说呢，肯定是eHome嘛，我们自己中国的战队又是一个老牌的战队。
They need to get this kill. The
Turning him into a pig again.
It's a little piglet and it's dead. Slide a 2-0. He's almost dead. Burrow strike.
Big dick random.
Epicenter 357. It's a double kill by the Weaver. eHome. They'll lose FCP as well. Moscow 5. Casualties of war. Holy hell.
在中国，这个游戏已经是相当的职业化。 他们有一个成绩上的压力，他们如果不拿中国战队如果不拿到成绩的话，或者输给国外队的话，国人会给他们质疑，也会造成很多。
Now Lion though is going to find him, frogs him up. Fingers already started. There's a
The
start
Milk
knocking
team.
a lot
I forgot
of
about this team.
Really caught out position. They only were
They were still in?
Some nothing. Mania with the SK ultimate.
这是形成中国打世界的局面。这本来就是我的本职工作，如果拿冠军的话是应该的。我告诉他们，如果你来这里就是。 来拿冠军的，我每天都会跟他们说，我们一定要做人生，我们必须要做人生。传统是除了冠军奖杯以外，剩下奖杯都不往回带，对，他们直接扔机场。
They will trash anything but the winner trophy at the airport. Damn. Misery carry, what the hell?
Misery wants the tower. The PLT's had enough of this. FCB! What a time for a frog! Misery will pop!
但是他们看我们打的比赛
Was Toby solo casting these games back then? Did he not have a co-caster? I guess not, right? I just hear his voice. He was just soloing it? Oh, really? That's how it was back then, huh?
This is where my dad works. For as long as I remember, man.
Gorgon's $3.
He's doing the logistics for the company here. So it involves the shipping of the containers from one place to another. When I was younger, he used to work like 15 to 16 hours a day.
Jesus.
He's pretty much given up on everything else in his life. He's always made it clear to me that I should focus on my life, focus on my studies, so as to not follow in his footsteps.
But I feel like nowadays that's like a good job, right?
Be slogging as hard as he is right now.
Working at the here instead of like. I feel like times have changed a bit. It's not that
the
bad,
chance
right?
to be the best in the world at something, you don't get it much in life.
Kinda, at least. Not in Asia. In Europe, I feel like those jobs are like pretty decent.
I heard my son
You get like
say,
giga overtime, but maybe they don't have overtime
looking
there.
at this, Dota. We spend a lot of time, get nothing. For me, it's very disappointing. Never go to school, you want to play computer. Then morning, sleep. Then computer until the next day morning, then you sleep. The whole day, at least 15 hours at computer there. It's life. My son's life is like that. For me, I host up my son to study more. Don't like me. Never study. When I'm young, I also same as Han Yong. Always spend a lot of time to play. But now I also regret. Why don't study? But now, hope my son continue to study education better than me. This is my hope lah.
Hope lah. Haven't reached the final day of the tournament. Benedict has missed 2 exams. It must repeat his last semester of school. Oof. His team is 1 way away from the grand final. Wait, that's good though. Top 3? But to be fair,
I think it was a great choice, a brilliant choice, because he was confident that we could have won. It's an opportunity that you shouldn't miss out.
So get ready, sign in, log in, play around, test a little bit, and then join the lobby in about 4 minutes.
4 minutes, alright.
It's a once in a lifetime chance.
No pressure.
If you miss it, it might be gone forever. You might not experience it again.
And we have a rematch. eHome versus Scythe. eHome facing up against a team that forced them into the lower bracket.
The psychological pressure is immense, especially upon the drafter, because he is the one who is in the end responsible for the team's picks.
Dude, Scythe was a drafter too, man. I try Gamel's Big Shadow Fiend, his best played hero. Exercise is new.
Shadow Fiend. Alrighty, then it's HY is SF.
No.
Everyone knows how to counter a Shadow Fiend. It's
Templar's
a very bold
Dude, look at
pickup here by Scythe.
Guys.
The fact that if Scythe
Look at the hero pick screen. There was like 10 heroes. What is that? Look at the back there. There's like no heroes to choose from.
bold pick up here by Scythe. The fact that if Scythe win the early game, they're going to gain so much momentum, but if they don't, then eHome will basically roll themselves into the grand final.
40 heroes? That's nuts.
HY, BKB's going to wear off pretty soon, and Benefit's a great story.
I says that's right.
In again, and he wants XY, catches up to him, and he brings him down.
Come out! Oh, he's molding. He's relaxed for you mid-game.
He wants to leave, but there's just no mana. He gets it.
The other guy's like, okay.
If he can pop off an ulti like that, he doesn't really have to reveal himself to his opponent. He can really just initiate. Oh, there he goes! HY does manage to pop off an ult, but Earthshaker is already dead. A2O really gunning for HY. They're already 3 gone. Made that 4. There's a double kill for the anti-mage, and they're headed for the tower right now. There is a GG. Good game called by HY. Scythe have had enough now. eHome will advance. The Chinese hopes will stay alive as they will go up against Na'Vi with a 1-game disadvantage.
Under 50k though, I mean, honestly. That's the biggest winning ever yet, right? Almost, of any esport. But yeah, you know. No girlfriend now. Can't call her. 3rd? That's a hang up right there. That was that also a best of 1, or did they just skip the fact that it was a best of 3? Let me check.
Was very important to me. And to add on to that, my studies was also at the same time affected by everything.
Let me check.
So everything was related. When everything comes
Nah, it was
down
a best
at the same
of.
time, it's
It
quite
was a
hard to
best of 3
handle.
that went to game 3. Oof.
Things are all changed. So you gotta like plan your life again, all over again. I've learned a lot.
You got to realize your flaws. That's the toughest part, I feel. I don't do things as well alone. So if you try to do everything by yourself, it's not gonna be possible, you know.
I'm actually a believer of fate, and I told myself that winning isn't necessary because there are so many more things in life. How you take care of the people you love. I think that's a very big thing, you know. That's a very important thing. It's the most important thing ever.
Fish, guys. He's not there. Fish was there.
Dude, look at Navi just vibing though.
My haircut.
They don't seem nervous at all.
Crazy, no? But I don't care. Okay, I have everything with me. Let's go.
We are now at the final day of the International Dota 2 Championships. It is Na'Vi. They have a 1-game advantage, sitting very, very sweetly in the grand final. Who will get a shot at the $1 million?
Na'Vi was running the same strategy the whole time, and no one seemed to be able to counter it.
Na'Vi loves pushing from minute 10 and trying to end the game at minute 15. Those
Gaming
strategies are
gladiators
very
vibes.
sensitive because if you fail even once, it can become a very difficult game for you. eHome has been known for how well they defend their base. So if there was a team that could stop Na'Vi's push, it would be eHome.
And let's get this game underway. The players will start to pick up their heroes with $1 million at stake. Na'Vi will need to win 2. eHome will need to win 3.
And the Viper.
Running a
Dude, he
very,
plays
very
A or
old-school
Viper mid? What is his
strategy
toxic
with
strat?
3 core heroes. eHome managed to survive Na'Vi's onslaught.
I thought he said he wanted to outskill. Oh, it's a Storm Viper. Oh, he's gonna eat him. Never mind.
Back out to the tower, will he get himself away? X, yes, there it is. Last hit, 357. The Venomancer brings down Dendi in the middle.
Every time you see Dendi perform, he's always playing very well, and he usually doesn't lose his lanes.
So Dendi, like his impatience is that Chinese teams, they are patient. They
3v1
look
mid.
out for the fact that you
Smart.
might
The Dendi
cross
there's a
line,
reason they call it the
and they
Dendi
will
treatment,
take
guys.
you and kill you and win
That's a real
games through
thing.
those situations.
They 2v1 someone mid.
Already the Gush 357 PLT. Everyone is right on top of Dendi. He's in the wrong place.
The way Na'Vi played, they really gamble, basically.
Dendi's really been ganked, just shut down. Another single kill to his name as well. Now Na'Vi going to assault inside the base. Watch our style. Tier 3 tower VS swap. Arsenal in the wrong place. Do them as well. Big enemy throw popping off. Ravage of Portal Line of Heaven unable to affect eHome. Pugs will go down. They want to be initiated on Na'Vi. They need to fall back.
They take your little upsets and they just win the game through those mistakes.
GG from Na'Vi.
Okay.
eHome is celebrating right now.
Okay, well, this is a best of 5.
Na'Vi cannot believe it. They've dominated this tournament up till now, and eHome takes the first match so convincingly.
That was the first loss of Na'Vi during the whole tournament. They went undefeated until the grand final.
Wait, really?
We're
That's
gonna
nuts.
have a 15-minute break and be right back here soon. Na'Vi, they need to compose themselves.
There's the 55
eHome,
months.
well, they just seem to be awesome. What a play by
Okay, who's Seb speeched it up in the back?
actually make me pretty sad.
We try to put family pictures here. This is our mom and dad, and I think that this one is our favorite actually.
My childhood, we lived.
Oh, Na'Vi started
life,
1-0 because they came from the upper
and
bracket.
that
I forgot that's how it
was
worked.
working
Right.
all our
They get a
life.
default win.
But he helped us
Ah.
every time in every problem. I just ask him and he'll do everything for me, for Katya, for Daniil as well.
That was like around for a couple of years.
But Daniils and Farah was like friends.
Действительно, мой муж был просто фанатичным рыбаком. Данил был, ну, я бы сказала, можно сказать, его самым лучшим учеником по рыбалке. Данил
That's how he's so good at hooking, guys. I get it. The fish.
Такую же выдержку,
It makes
как
sense.
и его папа. Он мог часами сидеть и смотреть на поплавок, который даже не пытался дергаться.
They can sit with no speaking for hours and just enjoy each other's company. They understood each other without words.
One day I was going fishing, but Dad never showed up. And when I came home, it's already super late. He was feeling bad. He went hospital. He decided to stay for a few weeks, you know, so we watch everything, stuff like this. And cancer.
All Dota players' backstory is so sad.
It was very big shock for me because he was very thin. I cannot understand this is my father. We were sure that must be okay, but it's very short time.
I was really sad and was crying a lot. I was sad about I couldn't say him many times how much I love him.
Ну, после того, как папа не стало,
He looks like his dad a lot,
он не
actually.
ездил на рыбалку ни разу. Ни разу. То есть, пока это все осталось в прошлом.
Actually, I spent more time on your computer because I could not think about it. It's like distractor. It was like a start time, actually. The push to play more.
Yeah.
And that's maybe one of the reasons why I'm playing now. Maybe I wouldn't play at all.
The relationship of Daniil and my mom grew stronger these days. They support each other and they are very good friends. I think that this is very important for Daniil.
You know, 5 years ago I wouldn't care about many things. Now I'm thinking about it a lot. Something knock you down, you need to learn to get up. So I'm trying to research this, to learn to get up. This is the most important moment in my life because everything I worked on wasn't useful, and now I have a chance to win this tournament for my family.
Playing in the grand finals. Navi just lost one game versus Eon, and it's 1-1. So both teams have to win 2 matches
you get a free win.
in order to win the $1 million.
Because our picks look completely different. We were like passive and stuff. People thought like we lost the first game, we're gonna lose the second game. We were maybe a little bit demoralized. We really needed to change to a different pick. We were missing something.
А Enigmu мы взяли просто, чтобы у нас был сильный тимфайт на замес 5 на 5.
Hold, guys. Pause fish. This
It
could
was
be
like
it.
last hero left, and I never played it before.
And then we're like,
The last
Dandy,
hero left.
you go. And he's like, guys, I've never played it, but I could do it. So we took the risk of taking him and risking maybe.
No, this
playing
wasn't.
him
This
badly.
wasn't the one.
So it looks like
I
down
think I
on
was
that
thinking
bottom
about
lane, Dandy will be
TI2,
taking the
bro.
Enigma. It is going to be a very, very rough lane.
Navi lost the game. They're playing
Enigma
something
mid
now
is-
that they're not as confident with. Ehome
Syndrome.
figured out Navi, figured out how to play against it, and so I'm going to stick to my word and I'm going to say Ehome will win it.
It was incredibly
Classic
bold from Danny
Syndrome wrong.
to do that.
They
On
just
the
they
verge
had
of
to add
winning.
like everything in the movie makes sense. They just had to add a clip of Syndrome being wrong, and they continued the movie,
$1 million for your team.
making everybody else look like geniuses except Syndrome.
愚蠢，这等于是一个，可以说等于是一个自杀性的行为。
Dandy really now caught out. He's in trouble. Rockets are flying. FCB long way in on the tower. Laying the stun. Tinker just lasers into death. It will cost FCB his life.
Dandy treatment
we made
again
some little
mid.
mistakes. We played a really semi type of like turtle strategy, really passive, really passive. We don't play like that.
Puppy and Dandy just want to retreat back out. A2-0.
Highlight
What
tie.
a finisher. PLT is there. Echo Slam as well. Beautiful play there by Ehome.
But I know if I die, I die not for nothing.
X in the middle lane.
Space.
Force, rocket, laser. There's enough. Dandy goes down in the middle lane. Again, eHome control.
Sometimes this can be like you dying, but your teammates picking up more.
eHome, they still
That's right, the space.
They weren't ready for the Enigma.
That's my strat.
It was a patient Enigma. That was the most patient Enigma in the world.
Here. Dandy as well. Gonna look for the hole. Black hole.
There it is.
Three gonna go down for eHome.
Carney and Navi, they have the advantage now.
That really impresses me, how he's able to make that transition. You just have to have the balls, basically.
He was scared of losing. That's why he was so patient and he did everything right.
Their strategy, it's kind of similar to how eHome won.
Holy, what a boss ass. Even press midnight pulls first. First time Enigma.
eHome's confidence.
And GG is the call from eHome. Navi, they take the game, and they are
Lost
only
to bronze
one
tier
win
Enigma.
short of taking home $1 million. But the question really is,
we hardly won the second game.
Chinese teams generally are feared for the late game potential.
So we hit the point now. The gloves come off. eHome, they will master their knowledge, their experience, their calls up against Navi. And Puck will be the last hero for Navi. The nimble hero there already. Once again, a lot of aggressive heroes for them. Navi, Light of Heaven, playing as the Beastmaster again, with Denny playing as the Puck this time. If Navi wins this, they win the whole tournament. This clash of the Titans right here
now
is
it looks
something
more
we
like
will
a Dendy
not wanna
hero.
miss. X will come in closer. They will be able to get that kill. Doom now on Denny. Pulled in by X. The entire eHome team turns on him. Lish will go down. FCB's on the run. The Vorsov after the chase of him. Might be enough. Needs some more damage. Oh!
Xbox Weaver, bro. That's a classic.
On the high ground on FCB. First off the wall, the rips. Will be able to get the kill. He's on the retreat. Yes, it is. Denny with the last right click. eHome now. They're going to rotate themselves down. Navi already in the pit. They're going to try and bring down Roshan. All five. Dandy! He's going to jump out. He goes for the dream call. He gets him. He gets eHome. Holds him in the middle lane. Navi already on the way out of the pit. They're coming in.
It looks like it's a 5-man coil. How many did he? Oh, he hit 4. Holy shit.
And demolished them.
Now they're on top of the tier 3 tower. They're gonna bring it down. Yes, it does.
Man, that must feel so good.
They're drawing down.
That coil right there.
And the Navi, the onslaught will continue. The mid tower is already being pushed. The tier 4 tower is gonna go down. And running in right now is the rest of Navi. They're running forward to $1 million, and they will get it. The GG is the call from eHome. Navi have just won $1 million. eHome do take home $250,000 in second place.
This was the start of like huge esports. If Valve didn't pump in $1 million, I bet the prize pools nowadays would be way smaller, like in general. This was kind of started
in Cologne, and Navi, the winners
in every game.
just made history.
FY Despair. You have to walk out here,
I
the
was
chance.
jumping on the sofa and screaming like crazy girl because I was the happiest girl in the world and my brother just won $1 million.
I think in 10 years' time, all the gamers which we currently have showing themselves, they're going to be the guys that we will look back at and say, this was the beginning. This is where it all started.
Yeah, that's what
These
I
are the
was gonna
guys that worked hard and they took the risk. They proved themselves. And they forwarded the entire industry to the point where we could have a kickstart. We could show the world what we do, and then who knows how big we can get at that point.
We've come far already. When more and more people support it and it becomes more and more normal, it's going to go from a niche to becoming accepted in society.
I think in 15
I don't know, I
years,
don't see
esports
no
would be bigger than football,
Riz Dota game
than
shows
basketball,
yet.
Never seen.
Oh,
That
Billy's
kid
Pizza. This is DreamHack in Sweden.
Who played too many video games is potentially going to be on a path where he's earning $250,000 a year salary. He's flying the world. He's going to be endorsed. Gaming's the biggest entertainment industry in the world. So if you're a star, you are potentially one of the biggest stars in the world.
So if that, like everything else with computers, grows exponentially or whatever, then 5 or 10 years could be a big step, actually.
Changing mindsets is never easy,
So
Syndra.
it's gonna take
the
a while.
land Syndra. Look at
when
Seb.
The game
Wait,
changing
you guys saw him?
mindsets is never easy.
There he is. That's Seb right there.
So it's gonna take a while.
He was on stream
when
earlier.
The gamers now become parents.
He's
We
famous
will
for
be
this one
supportive
moment,
of our
winning
kids playing.
one LAN with Syndra.
And I think that's really when everything will boom.
MTW, that was the team name. Back in Oregon.
After weeks of training, a local man has led his online gaming team to go, placing seventh
local
in an
man.
international gaming competition held in Germany.
Yeah, she's definitely proud of me. I mean, just had her camera out. Like, why are you taking
He's back
a photo
home.
of the television?
Phone on
And
the
I know
TV.
she's really smart. She's a lawyer, so. But in the end, I think she'll be more understanding and be willing to support me more. So it worked out.
Captains. He lived with EG back then. That's a nice desk.
We were disappointed with our loss, and yeah, it's a mixture of both. We're happy and sad that we got third.
Wait, did he get the girlfriend back?
Because of my emotions, I felt like she was the one I wanted to share them with. And it got pretty clear only then that I had to get her back. After the tournament, I actually went back to look for her and talk things out, and we have actually began dating again. Yeah, and things are actually going great. Yeah, I love her, you know.
Third place
She
was
played
good
a
enough,
huge role,
guys.
a very huge part in the me today.
He's pursuing his master's in business. He's passed university with tournaments. I mean, that's good. So, okay, so that
One
makes
week
sense,
ago,
you know?
It was 3,000 followers. I was happy. And then it's boom, 8,000 followers. It's not about the number. Even if 1 or 2, I'm fine. So you don't need to show numbers, actually, I think.
My father, I think,
He's flexing on
didn't
us.
have time to understand what the indie is doing.
What was that, though? I don't even know what platform that was. The
We
Dota
lost
2 millionaire.
him too early. And if now he can see
You know,
Dennis,
it's just a number.
I'm
Oh my
sure
god, I just
that
realized.
he's proud
That's
of
why he
his
said
son.
it. Ah, shit. It's just a number. MMR is just a number. Damn. It's a good one. It's a classic. And he just credits the rest of it, right? Clinton Loomis. We know that guy. Ah, cool. That's a good one. It's a classic. It's obviously not as big as the true sites and whatnot, but I think for those of you that want to watch that kind of stuff, we'll probably rewatch it. I don't know. We'll rewatch the true sites and stuff before TI. It's too soon. Once a year, we watch the other ones as well, but they're hype too. All right, but that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I'm done. So tomorrow, hope you guys enjoyed watching a little movie night with the boys. It was fun. That seemed to be having fun overall. Qualifiers are done, so no games tomorrow. We have games again starting on the 7th, I think. So, or wait, let me check if it's the 7th. The NA qualifier is tonight, but I'm not gonna stay around and watch that. Let me see. Where is Ray League? There it is. Starts on 4 days from now. Yeah, the 7th we'll have more. All right, boys. Have a nice night, everybody. Mucho loves, and take it easy, all. I'm gonna go eat and chill a little bit. Short stream today for me.